Okay, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just thanking you for tuning in to another episode of the ZX Files. We're about to take on Plenum polishing video number 2. Today it's a little bit cloudy. I'm not sure if I can see this myself in here very well. I just want to show you guys the next part that I'm undertaking here on the Plenum. We're going to be taking a file and actually going through the rough parts on this Plenum, like some bulky areas. So let's get to it. Okay, so I got my trusty file and my Dremel, as you can see, with the flexible extension, and that's what I'm using to actually, get down to the grade that I want on the Plenum. We gotta, smooth out some of the rough spots and all that sort of jazz. But the main thing that we're working on here today is this. You see these bulky areas right here, this, that, and I think it's on both sides of the Plenums. All over here, and here, and here. And I believe once you regrind these things down, it actually allows us to, it allows us better room for the any kind of modification that we got to do with the Plenum on for injector replacement or manipulation or whatever that may be, because these things are a little bit, crowded under the hood when the Plenum is on. So we're gonna grind all these things down because we want a nice smooth finish in this area. So right here, again right here, and we're gonna use this trusty old file to do so. So once I file the majority of them down, I'll show again what it looks like. Okay, here we go again. So basically we have here right now, you can see this side right now, see all the lumps are gone using the file. On this side you can still see I got lumps to deal with right here and over here. So all these things got to be filed down. Like I said, all that got to be filed down. Again, this is a lot quicker because it's got a very aggressive bite. We could use the Dremel, but it will take a long time because basically the Dremel burns through these sanding bits like nothing. So it's not a wise idea to really use the Dremel. You want to use the Dremel for more easier tasks because the file doesn't really wear. So it's a lot easier to do. So that's what we have. So one thing I could say, one word of advice is this: if you're doing this, it would be a good idea to probably have a spare Plenum, so that way you can take your time and do it. And again, this will take as much time. The quicker how quickly you get it done will determine the amount of spare time you have. So this will take time. So it's a good idea to probably have a spare Plenum. It shouldn't be too difficult to get a spare Plenum and do this. So there you have it. So I'll keep on working away. So once I get all of them off, we'll take another look at it and see where we're at. Here we are. Finally got everything out. See, no more lumps. Everything is gone. The file did a marvelous job. By the way, if you guys have an easier way of doing this without using a file, probably with a drill, go right ahead. But I just found that the file was more effective, though it takes more energy to actually do, but it actually did its job very well. So all that lump is gone, and we are ready to continue using the Dremel down the road. The other thing I got to say about this is that while we have the Plenum off, I might as well show you guys, for those who have never pulled a Plenum, give you guys an idea what you have to deal with when you take it off. So we got 4 screws or bolts you're going to find under the Plenum. These are going to be holding your coolant hoses for the Plenum. A total of 4. So we got here again, and we got here. You're going to have your EGR connection here. There's going to be one here, one here. There's twin everything on this thing, as we realize. Apart from the throttle bodies and everything on the front, that's the easy part of it. You got to get to the back here where you got your IACV connections here. Let me put my foot in the way. And you're going to have to get these 2 bolts off right here. These 2 bolts, they're going to be very hard to reach at the back of the engine, but after you take off the hoses for the IACV, then it'll be a bit easier. It helps with our small hands. Again, my hands are not that big, so you can see that. At the top of the plenum, you're going to have these bolts, and 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can keep the camera steady, and then here, and these two right there. And it just gives you an idea of what you gotta do. Also, on the side of the plenum, you're gonna have to undo these bolts right here. These are gonna be one here, one there, and they are gonna be hard to reach, just letting you know. And again, on the opposite side, the same thing. So whatever you do for the one side, the opposite side will require the same thing, except the IACV valve connector. So I thought this was gonna be a 2-part video, but it turned out to be a 3-part. I just wanna show you all what was done. So again, the plenum is looking nice and smooth. If you look in the area now, the lumps are gone. It's going to be a lot easier to access the injectors down the line because those ugly lumps are gone, filed away. We just got to be able to get into all these spots with the Dremel or whatever other equipment I could find to clean that up and proceed from there. So far so good. It's not looking pretty yet, but it's getting there. In time, the next video it'll be the case, so just stay tuned for that. Yep, so this is as good as it gets at this point. So again, if you guys actually appreciate the content, like what you see on this thing, or you guys are intend on doing this, be sure to give us a like, a subscription, whatever, if you want to keep track of this, because I do plan to get this thing finished as quickly as I can. Quick doesn't necessarily mean ASAP, but whatever time is available, I try to put in some work on it. So hopefully in the next video I should have it sorted out. So you guys, thanks for watching and thanks for tuning into the channel. Catch you in the next one.